Hello, everybody. It's me, Psychic Medium Daniel Monroe, and
Mama Corey, I'm back.
Mama Corey. You didn't go anywhere.
Yes, I did.
The moment you left, I left. That's literally how it worked. Anywho, we're back.
I was ditched.
Do you want to talk about it? It sounds like you want to talk about it.
I was ditched.
She got benched for a minute.
I got benched.
It was quite.
Yes.
It was quite the hurrah.
Yeah.
But you never put baby in the corner. Look at her. She's bright and she's back.
Yes, in orange, like prison wear.
Shout out to our fellow podcasters, Todd Chrisley and Savannah
Julie.
Chrisley.
And Julie.
Well, and Julie, but Todd's show.
But
are you
this
Julie?
is your,
and I'm
Todd.
Todd.
This is your show too. And ironically, Julie's wearing orange too.
Ironically, too soon. Anyways, we love the Chrisleys. And we're not going to get into politics, but I actually truly am happy for Savannah. I can't talk today.
The daughter,
The daughter. Anywho, make sure you say hello and come on in. Did Instagram not work?
Oh, no.
Is that happening? Oh, no. What's happening?
We get another countdown?
Oh, okay. Yeah. You guys, technology is not our friend. Anyways, no. Good evening. Oh, my goodness, Corey. Hello. Hello, Jody. Come on in. So you guys, when we were talking about what our next episode was going to be, we wanted, and we've talked about signs, we've talked about angel numbers, we've talked about tapping into your intuition, your third eye, finding your clairs. We've talked about a few things, but like I was sharing earlier when we thought we were live, but we're back. Yes, yeah. Honey. Did you grab a snack and come on back? Hello, Jamie, my love bug. How are you? Long time no talk. I know. Hello, Sharon. Hello, Stacy. Look at all of you guys coming on in. So
we had you
can't talk today either.
I know it. We're in trouble, you guys. Just bear with us.
We're just here having fun. We're just a vibe.
Yeah.
We're just a vibe.
We'll get something to drink and try to guess what we're getting out of our mouth.
What?
Well,
Oh, I was like, we're not putting anything in our mouths, okay? Except for caffeine and her water. But so when we were talking about what we wanted to make the show about today or to talk about, like I was sharing earlier, was grief. And obviously that comes with mediumship. That comes with a lot of things in life. Right now, we have a lot of things happening in the world. And again, we're not going to get into politics, but there are a lot of like sadness and a lot of heaviness and a lot of depression. There's depressed moments. There's all sorts of things happening. And it's very interesting because I went in to record some guided meditations for the memberships. And one of them was like clearing energy. The other one was aligning chakra. And when I was writing down scripts, because I literally write all my meditation scripts and stuff, and I was like, what's like the next one I'm going to write? And Spirit Letter was like, you have to do grief. And I was like, oh my gosh. So when we were talking this morning, I was like, Corey, let's do grief. Like we haven't dedicated a single class, a single like anything to grief. And obviously, and I think it's because like, we just thought it was so common. Like it's common sense. Like that comes with death. That comes with, moving. We were talking about it today. I literally moved, you guys. We counted it. Not even being dramatic. I moved 5 times in the past year. That's counting my office. That's counting my home's life, right? And grief is the hardest thing. They say grief, moving, divorces / breakups. And what was the fourth one? New jobs.
I think losing a pet, but
well, that's losing a loved one. But also it's a new job or loss of a job. So it is everywhere. Like grief is everywhere, and it comes in many different, stages and forms. And so we want to talk about grief and how to like navigate through it and obviously share. Like we love hearing from you guys. That's why we do this. We don't sit up here just to like fabulous. I mean, it comes with a job, but we do this to like, so we get to talk as a community. Also, right quick, if you guys have noticed, on like YouTube and Facebook Live and stuff. Instagram is different. It's a different vibe. We're changing the name from the Awakening Club to Voices of Spirit because we wanted to give your voice, your souls, your spirit a voice. And I give voices to spirit all day long. And then our voices are just lovely. So Voices of Spirit. But we want to hear from you guys. Like, what is it that you are dealing with? Like, what are you going through in your day-to-day life? Because I always say, if you don't speak it, you cannot heal it. And if you always keep sweeping things under a rug, imagine sweeping stuff under a rug. Eventually, there's a mound under that. And when you do trip over that rug, it's going to hit you 50 times worse instead of dealing with it as it comes. So,
yeah, it's very important. And, you know, a lot of times I know men go through it, but I think women go through it more because we're multitaskers. And when these things come in, we just shove them down like, oh, I'll deal with that later. I'll deal with that. I can't do it today. This person's counting on me. That person's counting
especially
on me.
as a mom.
Yeah, moms have it tough. And, you know, let me show my family I can put on a brave face. But you got to cry. You got to clean out your closet. You've got to just release it, cleanse it. That's what crying is cleaning yourself from the inside out.
Yeah. Jamie said, I'm great. I missed y'all's beautiful faces. We missed you guys. We're back. So every Tuesday night at 6 o'clock, I know today we went late. Even our computer was like, are you back? What's happening? Hello, Kimberly. Oh my gosh. I was thinking about Corey the other day. Glad to see you. I'm glad you're better here.
Thank you.
You guys. I was like fighting off being sick. I'm not joking. Corey and I talk like 7,000 times a day. Mm-hmm. And I was like, I'm fighting like some sinus stuff. And I've been doing like nasal spray, Zyacam, like all of it. And then Friday, it hit me. Like I didn't have clients that day. We had to move them because like I wasn't feeling too good anyways. And I had a doctor's appointment. No, I didn't have a doctor's appointment. But I was like, Corey, I'm just not feeling great. And I woke up and I had an infection on top of everything. And I was like, what do I do? And she's like, well, try to sleep it off. I literally like contacted my doctor, sent him like pictures and stuff that I had going on. And literally he was like, I just sent in your prescription stat, make sure you get on it. It was pretty gnarly. So everyone who was scheduled I had an event and I had class. So I had an event last Friday night and class the next morning. And my body, it finally caught up and hit me. And so we have a new date and everything, so we're going to talk about that a little bit later. But thank you guys for being so sweet, so patient, so understanding. Grief of no longer knowing who you are anymore as a mom of 2 under 2. Aww. Like your babies are all grown up. Grief of no longer knowing who you are anymore as a mom. Or like you just have 2 babies going hardcore and you're just like, I'm losing myself. I think that's what you mean by that. Like you feeling like you're now a mom and losing yourself. Let's talk about that actually. I'm the youngest of 7. So let me tell you. So I just planted a maple tree in memory of my husband yesterday. My son called me crazy because I'm carrying my husband's urn outside, pouring his ashes into the plants. Plus this month is hard. I lost my dad in the beginning of May and my mom in the next couple of days. So let's talk about this. Jody.
Yeah.
Girl, you know I love you. I actually today in my session, I had Zoom appointments today, and then I don't even think I told you this, but my client, they said, what does my dad/husband, because it was a mom and daughter that came to me, they said, what does he want us to do with his ashes? And I said, well, he definitely wants you to take it to Hawaii, because that was the whole thing. But what's funny is he started showing me that he doesn't want you to spread all of his ashes in Hawaii. He wants to be with you guys because he was a workaholic. So he was showing me like, Daniel, I want to make up, for lost time and stuff. And I want them to have a piece of me. That's why, and some spirit comes through and they'll be like, oh, spread all my ashes, in this location and spread them all in the ocean or wherever the case may be. But this gentleman in spirit was like, no, I want them to have ashes with them. But then he started showing me, I want them to also put it in the tree or next to the tree or around the tree. And I said, he's also talking about putting it in this tree and this tree. And they both looked at each other and they were like, oh my God, his favorite tree. He always looked outside the window. And she goes, it's so funny because I was just thinking about maybe I should put some of his ashes there. So yes, your loved ones absolutely love when you mix them with tree or in plants, or even if you don't have their ashes and you plant something in memory of, they absolutely love it. Because going back to grief, They know in your heart, by you seeing that rose bush, by you seeing that oak tree, that maple tree, by you seeing those, listen, rhododendrons might be poisonous, but they're pretty.
Once a
Those,
year.
those rhododendrons, they know in your heart that's helping you get through your grief. And that's helping you feel their essence and feel their connection to you. So if you need to do that, Jody, do it. I
Yeah,
love it.
and it you get to incorporate that story with joy after a while. You see the tree. When we did I lost both my parents. So I have two different stories on my parents. My dad was a horse trainer. So we went and had this big thing at the racetrack that he trained horses. And then we sprinkled some of his ashes in the winter circle. And then the ashes ended up on my cousin's boot. And my cousin's like, we were like, oh, let's wipe your boot off. He goes, nope, I'm taking Uncle Smitty to Arizona. And he got on his motorcycle and he beat-feeded it through Arizona. He goes, Uncle Smitty drove from California to Arizona. So that was special to him. And I got chills on that. And my dad loved motorcycles. Horses and motorcycles were his thing. So whatever it is to honor that person helps you with grief too. Because my cousin was sad he lost his uncle, because my dad was the favorite uncle of everybody's. But he has that great story. And anytime he goes through the desert, he thinks about, man, I got to take my uncle on his last ride. So planting that tree, and you'll see it come back in the spring, and you know that your loved one is there in the soil, in the tree, in the beauty of it all.
And just feeling their essence. Again, it's that reminder, just like crystals, people put them in their pocket to have that reminder. But here's the number one rule, because we're going to talk about the 5 stages of grief, and especially being a mom and readjusting, because honey, I get it. She said postpartum babies no longer knowing your purpose outside of being a mom. Yes. So that's the thing. First off, I have to say this. Rule number 1 to grief. All right. Do you guys know it? Do you know it?
I don't go by rules.
Well, you go by this one. No one can tell you how to grieve. How to grieve.
Yeah.
No one can. I was literally thinking, like, I've seen some wild shit in my day. I don't know if I can cuss on this, but I just do. I'm probably going to get yelled at. By who? No one, because they have...
Not me. I'm just holding mine back.
But I've seen so many different shapes and forms. I've been doing this, mediumship for 11 years now. And I've seen people, dividing up the ashes. I've seen people spreading them in oceans, in plants, trees, people getting clothing built into teddy bears or blankets, people holding on to locks of hair into jewelry. I have people who have used their husband's toothbrushes still. Like, I've seen it. I've seen some shit. And the number one thing that I always have to remind myself, especially for me, I have, stuff outside in memory of my dogs and stuff. No one can come to my house and tell me how to grieve or how to have their memory. That's the thing about grief. It's also the memory and the essence. Wild shit. Here's a plastic bag for you. Literally. I have some in a tattoo. Yeah, people get ashes put in a tattoo. And I'm not gonna lie, when that first started becoming this new trend, and I'm not saying people do it as a trend, but when I first saw it, the gay in me was like, oh my God, ew. I'm not gonna lie, I was like, ew. But the medium in me is like, oh my God, that's so beautiful. I wish I could do that. I'm not gonna sit here and be like, you're nasty. How dare you? Get out of my office. Your loved ones think you're gross. No. Just like today, for example, I was like, oh my gosh, your dad just said multiple people got tattoos in memory of him. And she goes, oh my gosh. And I go, he did say he's not a big fan of them. And the mom was like, see, I told you. I'm not joking. And then he goes, but because it's for me and because it helps her through her grief, I love it. How many times have you seen that? I'm like, oh my gosh, your love at shows and stuff. Yeah. Like your mom said, oh my gosh, you got a tattoo. Like her personality is coming through. Like, I can't believe it.
It's amazing that spirit always shows up at tattoo parlors.
Literally.
I swear, it's like, I didn't hang out with him when I was alive, but I'm in here now.
Yeah. So no one can tell you how to grieve. Obviously, be safe. Don't do anything wild, right? Yeah. But there are 5 stages of grief. And what's funny is some people say like, oh, you go through every single one. Sometimes you don't, and that's okay. But you do kind of touch on
And you
all
don't
of
go
them.
in order.
Yeah, and you don't stay there. You can also go back. I'm not gonna lie. 1 minute I'm angry, and the next minute like I'm okay. Like I don't know if you know who this is, but the Tate McRae song, "It's Okay, I'm Okay." That's literally my grief 24/7. Like it's okay, I'm okay. On to the next thing, but then it hits you. So keep in mind, you don't hit all of them or stay in all of them, or it doesn't go in this order. But the first one, number one that we're going to talk about is a denial. Like this cannot be happening. I can't believe this is happening. And we even go through this with becoming a new mom. Like, oh my gosh, I cannot believe. And that kind of sounds like where you're at, my love. Make sure on Instagram you guys say your name, because literally we're going to call you Razdaz33.
I like Razdaz.
Yeah, Razdaz mama. But denial, like this can't be happening. I can't believe they're gone. Like I don't believe it. Especially when like becoming a new mom. I can't believe now I have 2 kids. This is my life. So just becoming one aware of, you know what, this is happening. This is the reality. Just like when I lost my dog, that was the hardest thing. I've lost, loved ones and stuff, but my little Carmela was the worst that it hit
because
me.
she was so young.
She was so young, and she was my baby.
Yeah.
She was my baby. I was in denial. Like this can't be happening. Like I literally would count, because I have 4 little dogs, and I'd be like 1, 2, 3, 4. Like I literally couldn't comprehend. Like, no, I have 4 dogs. Like I couldn't do it. It literally hit me. But what's so interesting is when I started accepting it and going, you know what, she's now not here in the physical world, but she's in spirit. That started helping me kind of move along and wrap my head around it. And I get it. I see people all the time going, I reach for the phone to still call my mom. I reach for the phone, or I wake up and I'm ready to go drinking or clubbing, but I got 2 kids at home. But first, telling yourself, I see this a lot in readings where people, and it's okay to do this, when they lose a loved one, a husband, a wife, a mom, a dad, a child, I've seen spirit show me that they have gone in the home and removed pictures and put them away for a moment, because that's what they need to cope. Because they're like, I cannot wrap my head around them being gone. And that's okay. So do what you need to do that allows you to wrap your mind around it. I will also say this, because I'm asked this all the time. Like, when do you think is the best time to do a reading? When you're in denial, that is not the prime time to get a reading, because no matter what a medium says to you, you guys, you're not going to believe it. You're not going to absorb it. You're not going to accept it. You, again, are barely even fathoming that your life has changed, or you just lost a loved one. So if you are going through that stage, or if you lost a job and you're like, oh my gosh, I can't even believe it. A medium or a psychic, they're only going to pick up on the energy that you have, and you feeling like, oh my gosh, I'm not going to get a job. Not even that. They'll be able to pick up on what you have coming up. But if you're like, I can't believe it happened. Like I'm still processing it. If you're still processing it, take a moment. It's okay. When you're process, sit with it, feel it, get mad, get upset, throw things if you need to safely. Go to those rage rooms. We still have to do. Do what you need to do, but denial is huge, because it is a way that you were putting a Band-Aid. And that's okay. But eventually that Band-Aid's going to flake off and it's going to hit you.
Yeah.
Do you have anything to add on that?
It's just, when I had lost, first I lost my mom, and I would wake up angry, because I'm like,
that's the next one we're going to talk about is anger.
So we're going to skip on over to anger. But I would be, because I was angry at her and I was angry at me. My mom died of COPD, and I'm like, she could have quit smoking. X, Y, and she could have done this and that. But you know what? I had to come to the acceptance of it. Is she lived her life out loud, and that was okay, because that was hers. And there was a point that I had to tell myself, I can't wake up angry every morning. I can't wake up mad. So I had to start looking for that bright light, because I was the very first person, that family member, that was the big one. Like, I didn't really know my grandma. She was a saint, if my sisters are on here, but I didn't really know her that well.
I'm going to tell Kim.
Kim will get me. She's a saint. But so my mom was the hardest hit. And I just had to, like they say, give it to God, and I did. I had to give that up, and
So we'll get to acceptance at the end.
Okay, but okay, I know.
Corey's already skipping.
I skip it because I love being positive.
Literally, she's like, yeah, I was angry, but
I was angry, but now I'm not.
But no, number 2 is anger, and this is why did this happen? Why didn't they do X, Y, and Z? And you go through those internal processing of, I call it the shoulda, coulda, woulda. If I would have done that, or I should have done this, or I could have done that, it really is important to feel these feelings of denial, of anger. And I'm sure you woke up and you were just like, I was mad. I'm still mad. I'm not going to lie about my puppy dying. But I'll tell you why.
I got to touch on the anger thing, because...
Well, we're on the topic, so go for it.
But I mean, this is like super, super personal. Is something that I can share personally is, you will be angry at your family, like your family members, because A should have done B, and B should have done C, and this person should have done this one,
or
and
this person left me.
And then you get angry, like, why did they leave me for this, or why weren't they supportive, or why? But again, coming back to, we're going to skip a few things, is you got to accept people grieve in their own way, and they handle death in their own way.
And some people might have to pull back
for their own sanity. So I'll say this a lot: give them grace, because I'm guilty. I was mad, and it took me a long time not to be mad on a certain things with my dad. And but that's how they handled it. And would I have changed? I just talked about this the other day. Would I have changed the ending for him? No, because guess what? I might have been alone, but that was our relationship. So was it spirit that kind of put that together? I don't know, but I just know for me, I was there, and I was there to hold my dad's hand, and I was there to explain to his nurses that he really wasn't this grumpy old man that because he really was. And that, so I was there for that, and that was important. So I had to release the anger for other people.
Yeah. And again, you have to feel it. Again, if you don't speak it, you cannot heal it. And even if you're going through any of these stages that we're talking about today or tonight, tomorrow, whatever day it is for you, tell people, hey, I just need a minute. Like, I'm going through something. Again, even just speaking that speaks volumes. That doesn't make you weak. It doesn't make you less than. It doesn't make you powerless. It makes you more powerful to look at somebody and say, hey, I need a minute. I'm going through this. And again, even anger. And that's the number one thing that I've learned with spirit, and that they talk about. They're like, tell my wife to get mad. Stop holding it in, because I see how it's weighing her down. I see how it's weighing him down. I see how it's weighing my family down. And if you don't release it and you don't let it go, it can literally weigh on you. I don't mean to laugh. My dog is laying here and he just farted. And all I saw was crazy. This is a bad time. Simba.
And now we're going to talk about how death smells.
Oh my God. This is why the dogs aren't allowed in the studio. I was like, he's fine. Let him live. He doesn't bark. Oh my God. I just saw Corey's hand go under the table. Anywho, that brings us to number 3. And again, we want to hear from you. What did you guys go through? What do you currently go through? Roslyn says, learning that no matter what, if someone wants to change, it's up to them. You couldn't prevent something they didn't want to prevent. Just knowing your loved one, loving your loved one, just knowing you loved them unconditionally. Sorry, I don't have my glasses on. No, that's 100% true.
Yeah,
Again,
absolutely.
Corey actually taught me this one. You have to love them where they are at,
Yeah.
which is shitty. This is literally our conversation. I'm just like, Corey, that sucks. She's like, well, sweetie, then I get off the phone. I'm like I love and light, love them where they're at. But it's true because, and just like for me growing
And
up.
I only know that because I'm old.
Yeah.
Because let me tell you, when I was your age, I was a real bitch.
I've heard stories. No, it is true because growing up, I had to realize that my parents did the best they mentally could. And I can't change that. And I can't. And when you take a step back and you look at certain things like that, you again give them more grace. Or people ask me all the time, like, why do you still talk to this family member or that family member? And I go, you know what, I had to view them and the way that they show up, which is hurt, as like a 14-year-old or 15-year-old that was hurt and abandoned. And if you saw a 14 or 15-year-old, would you just be like, screw you? No, you would still show up, you would still try to help here and there.
Yeah.
But you just do it with boundaries. So feel it to heal it. Yes. If you don't speak it, you cannot heal it. So number 3, which I went through this a lot when I was younger, was bargaining.
Mm-hmm.
Bargaining. Like, if only I had done this, if only I had show up, if again, this is another space where you do the shoulda, coulda, woulda. What if I did that? What if I did this? What if they what if I answered the phone? What if I, went to that state and was there? Bargaining, I see this all the time in readings. It's not going to change anything. It's not going to change anything. Again, life is full of free will. Life is full of lessons. And other people have their own free will. Other people have their own choices and decisions. And it's okay to, again, feel these things. It's okay to get upset. Like, why didn't my mom go, like Corey was talking about with her COPD? Why didn't my mom take care of it? Why didn't she stop smoking when we told her earlier? It's a very honest thing to deal with. But bargaining, that shoulda, coulda, woulda, I see this in readings all the time. Spirit says like that wouldn't have changed anything. I even see it like with people who pass with like head traumas or heart attacks. And they'll say, Daniel, if I didn't pass then, there was something else that was going to happen later on. There's something called exit points. So sometimes your soul knows like, hey, I'm either going to pass here or later on down the road, I'm going to pass even more extreme, even more intense, even sadder, or it's going to be more prolonged at a worse time. Your soul sometimes knows when it's going to happen. It looks at those exit points. It looks at, can we make it through this? What's the lesson? Does this person need to, learn how to, let's say I'm to be in a car accident, knock on wood that I never am. But let's say my soul's like, hey, we're about to pass in this moment. Does, Daniel's partner, Jared, need to learn how to, deal with somebody who no longer is able to walk? Is that going to be a whole lesson for his soul? Is that something he needs to go through? So there is a deeper underlying conversation that happens with our guides, our angels, our soul contracts, things like that, to where there's bigger things at play. And so when we go back to bargaining, Spirit will end up going like, can this happen? Can we change it? But the way things happen, they happen for a reason. And sometimes those reasons are shitty. Sometimes those reasons are tough and they do feel unfair. But don't hold on to the shoulda, coulda, woulda of the bargaining. Like, what if I did that? Or why not take me? Because there's other things at play. And how you deal with your grief and how you can turn it and how you can make something so beautiful out of it, that's what matters. That's what gets Spirit excited. And I've seen it all the time. I've seen it with clients who've lost their kids and they've gotten parks built out of memory of their loved ones. And now other kids get to play on this park. Again, growing up, I didn't grow up in the best situations and I could have become an addict like my other siblings and such. And I've never even touched pot a day in my life because I've never had the drive to. And I was able to turn my pain and stuff into something so beautiful and, get to help change people's lives every single day. So How you deal with your feelings and emotions is where the beauty comes in. And then number 4 is depression. All right. This hurts too much. Right.
Mhm.
So this is the one that people sometimes we skip all the other ones and just go
We go
straight to
straight to it.
depression.
Mhm.
Me, I'd rather feel angry. I'm not joking.
I have more comfort in anger than I do depression. I
Yeah.
don't do depression well.
No.
I've actually cried and went, I don't do depression well.
I've been on the phone of that phone call. And I'm like, Corey, you're the cherry one in this relationship. I can't carry the both of us. My God.
Yeah, yeah.
The bargaining is a huge one for me. Hun, don't wear it. Don't wear it. Don't. I've literally seen this, and this is gonna sound so like, oh my God, Daniel's a bitch, but Spirit literally goes, knock it off.
Mhm.
Knock it off. Like, stop beating yourself up. Sometimes it's just as simple as this, farmer to farmer. What's done is done.
Well, and just because they're in spirit doesn't mean that they're not the same. And would you be that way if they were here?
Right.
No, because they would tell you to knock it off.
Yeah. I bet you when Corey passes and I cry, I'm going to hear, knock it off. Go make a cup of coffee.
You're going to hear us.
Yeah. And then wind chimes.
And wind chimes.
Corey has so many wind chimes. And then the next one, the last one, acceptance. All right. They're gone, but I'm learning to live. So let me go right through. So denial, I don't recommend to get a reading. Anger, yes and no. Like, that's up to you. Like, if you are
like a low anger.
like, yeah, like maybe an angry rising.
Like pissed off.
Yeah. No, if you're in full anger, again, you're not going to hear anything. You're going to want to blame people. I've seen it all the time. People want to blame doctors. They want to blame this one. They want to blame that one. Some people will get stuck in anger for years.
Can I add something on that? Yeah. This is something that I've noticed is when they're in anger, when they come to Daniel, they'll expect something
magical.
Like,
I'm going to literally rip
give a social security number.
Yeah.
And then so now they can be angry at him.
Yeah, because I didn't give them the password. No matter what, they're not, or they're mad because they didn't read that my email confirmation says go in the elevator. It's also this access code, blah, blah, blah. They were sitting on the other side of the building, and somehow that was my fault. And it's like, oh, they're so wrapped up because all they're seeing is anger. All their lens are just anger.
Yeah.
And they expect me to like rip the grief away from them. I've literally had people look at me and go, I heard you made so-and-so feel so good and her grief is gone. You need to do that for me today. Literally. That's how and I'm like, girl, I'm not God. Like, I can help you through. Yeah. I can spark some hope. And that's what a medium's job is. But when you're in anger, if you're like, you know what, I'm like me right now with like my dog, I'm still upset over it because, you know, there was other people's choices and decisions and things that we were forced into having into our home and plants and stuff that we didn't want the responsibility of. But I'm not bitter about it.
I know you're giving the whole scenario.
Yeah. But
back to one.
What's very interesting is in this stage, like, yeah, I'm angry about it, but it is what it is. It's happened. I can, you know, be in that space. So when you're angry and in that space of anger, really gauge yourself. Like, am I too mad right now to hear anything? And then bargaining. Bargaining actually is probably prime time. Because when you're like, what, Daniel, what if I did this? What if I did that? Ask my mom, ask my dad, what if I showed up earlier? That's where readings can literally help you. Help navigate your internal processing. Literally today, the loved one in spirit said, let my daughter know it's not her responsibility to take care of X, Y, and Z. And that she started crying and she goes, I need to ask my mom, what about this? What if I did that? What if I need to be doing this? And she got, you know, what her soul needed because her mom was like, no, tell her to stop. Tell her to, you know, pivot, do X, Y, and Z. So bargaining is a good time. Depression, again, it's up to you at this point if you should go and get a reading. But it really can give you some hope. When you're just sad, you know, this hurts too much, this is becoming too heavy, your loved ones coming in and validating they're still with you and they're okay can mean everything to you. All right? it means everything to you because they are with you and they don't want to see you just laying in bed. They want you to be able to move into the next stage, which is acceptance, and accepting that they're gone and accepting that you can live life. Today in the reading, her husband said, Daniel, tell my wife to go on that Hawaii trip. And she started crying that they were supposed to go on their 50th year anniversary to Hawaii, and he passed right before it. And I was like, did you ever go? And she was like, no. And I was like, this is why he's telling you that if you don't pack your bag, he's going to come back from the spirit world and pack them for you, because you deserve to live your life. And you bet your, ass on it that I'm cussing a lot tonight. Jesus, Jesus, what is that? But that he's going to be going with you in spirit, and he wants you to live. He wants you to live, and he wants you to embrace life. It's definitely better now, but early days, it was a lot. Oh, I'm sorry, my love.
I got to share this.
Yeah.
When my mom passed away, like I said, I was having a hard time with it. And I had this friend, and I always call him my psycho friend, Dr. Phil. He's from Texas, and he's just, plain, this is it. So I called him. I said, I know you're close to your dad. How did you handle it? And he goes, oh, y'all don't know the secret? And I go, no. He goes, well, I'm going to let you in on the secret. I go, and I'm like, okay, what's the secret? He goes, well, and I'm going to use the good language. He goes, you're screwed. I go, what? And he goes, yeah, you're screwed. He goes, you're going to be screwed for a while. And then one day you're going to realize you went half a day without crying. And then the next day you might cry again. He goes, and then you're going to find out that you're going to go 2 days without crying. And then he goes, then you're going to be screwed again. And I'm like, God, you get screwed. And he's like, but here's the thing. Pretty soon you're going to start laughing, because you're going to think of all the stupid shit you did. And then you're going to start laughing. Then you're going to have the good memories. And then you're going to get rid of all them bad memories, because who needs them bad memories? And I'm like, okay, Scott, I can't wait to get there. But he was so right.
Can we put all of that on a t-shirt?
Yes. But you know what? He was right. You're going to go through times that you're going to be sad. You're going to cry. And then you're going to wake up one day and you're going to go, hey, you know what? Today was a pretty good day. I didn't cry. I found some joy. And then like maybe an anniversary of the passing or the birthday, you're going to cry again. Mm-hmm. But then the next day you're going to be like, okay, I got over that. So there's some bright days in that. And, I can remember this, and this is like one of the strongest messages I got like from my mom. And this was immediate. I'm a person that I've had panic attacks since I was 16. They'll just pop up. And the day she passed away, I was getting ready to get in my car, and I had to drive home, and I had to drive home by myself. And I just looked up at the sky, and I had released her balloon. That's a whole story. It dipped, and I was like, oh, she's in heaven. And I thought to myself, if I don't have a panic attack on my way home, I'm never going to have another one. If I can handle today, I can handle tomorrow. If I can handle tomorrow, I can handle. And I was a person that was afraid to fly. And let me tell you, you can't keep me out of the sky.
Literally, you guys.
Because I thought to myself, I'm going to live every day like.
Even when planes were literally falling out of the sky, I was like, Corey, I'm not going to lie. I'm like, I'm going to call the airport and say you have a bomb, because I don't want you flying right now. I never did. Don't ever do that. It's highly illegal. Don't do it. But I was like, Corey, now's not the time. And she's like, honey, if not now, then when? And, I'm not going to miss this. I'm like, oh my gosh, you're a walking fortune cookie.
But it's true, true. So I do things in honor of my mom. Out of my sadness, I honor her. My mom was bedridden for many years. Like the last 10 years of her life was not easy. And she traveled by the Discovery Channel. She could tell you everything. She could tell you, she could decode talking in Africa. She could do anything that she learned on the Discovery Channel. I was like, I just want to go. I want to live my life, and I'm going to go. So I lost a shit ton of weight. I was almost 400 pounds. And I start getting in the plane and going.
Yeah.
So honor your family.
Jody said, I can hear my husband and brother all the time, but not able to hear my parents. And that could be because your grief could be thicker with your parents. Again, if you guys ever watched the lovely show Ghost Whisperer by James Van Prague,
Our friend.
Our friend. You have to approach don't you?
Yeah, our friend. We know
Our
him personally.
friend.
Just saying.
Oh my gosh, that's so funny. They're gonna be like, is Daniel the diva or is Corey the diva?
I'm the friend of diva.
You're the friend of diva.
I have a t-shirt.
There's an episode where Melinda in Ghost Whisperer loses her husband, and she talks to dead people. That's what the show is about. And she wasn't able to feel and sense her husband, and it was because her grief was so thick. So it really depends on where your grief is at. It depends on what your relationship was like. I know, like for me, my grandfather that passed the night I was born, there's some still, like, even though I never met him, there's some like heaviness and stuff. And he only pops in when I either need him the most or I'm ready the most for him to pop in. Same like that for my godfather. There's so much heaviness and sadness around it, and emotions towards like my godmother and stuff, that even just the situation, even though him and I didn't have like any animosity or anything happen between us, there's still so much heaviness and anger around his departure and stuff that I don't have him popping in. Like, I couldn't tell you, honest to God, like he'll send me, hummingbirds and stuff here and there, but he doesn't pop into my, and I literally talk to dead people for a living 24/7. He popped in at a show. Is that where you were going with it?
No. I'm all that too. But
that was so rough, you guys. Should
when you're that close,
yeah,
you don't see it.
Yeah.
Because remember the whole eagle thing? The eagle thing in my yard.
Oh, yeah. Corey and her eagle. She was like, oh my gosh, this is the damn eagle. And I'm like, honey, that's from your uncle. Your uncle, yeah?
Yeah.
I was like, that's from your uncle. She's like, no, it's not, blah, blah, blah. And then you had like 3 more validations right after that. Like, there were so many eagle things. But the same. I was doing a show in Florence, Oregon.
Yeah.
In front of like what? We had 180 people. And my godfather just passed a few weeks before this. And again, going back to, if you don't speak it, you can't heal it. And when I found out he passed, it literally was a few weeks before this show. And I didn't talk about it with anybody. She wasn't with me. I was texting her. I was with a different friend in LA. And I remember texting her the news that I just got, literally in the back of an Uber. And I was like, Corey, like, I can't talk about this. I have a lot of stuff happening. Like, this is a big moment in my life, blah, blah, blah. What do I do? And do you remember what you told me? You go, honey, go take a shower, cry. Yeah, let it all out. Don't hold on to it. And I did. I like sobbed. But the moment I came back from that work trip, because it was a work trip, I went straight into shows and class. Like literally, 2 days after that?
Yeah.
We had, shows and this and that and travel and all of that.
And
promotion, radio show, flyers, like all of it. And I went straight into the show. And I had a workshop that morning. So we taught the workshop, how to meet
just
the venue.
Busy
yeah, I was busy.
Grief.
And then I was doing the show. In the middle of the show, we were saying, like, I remember the message was about, a dad being an alcoholic, and he never admitted it and he never talked about it. And then it was a lot of heaviness and a lot of abuse and stuff that happened. And I don't know if you guys have ever been to any of my shows and stuff, but I always do this. Let's give her a round of applause and, say thank you. And when we do that, it's clearing the energy. And when people, and I go, let's give her a round of applause. I always say thank you, and I will leave you with that. Some people say lots of love, whatever works for you. But I say thank you, I will leave you with that. Let's give her a round of applause. And I remember turning, and I always say thank you to spirit. And I told the dad that stepped forward, I was like, thank you for stepping forward. He goes, don't thank me. He helped me. And I could see, I get emotional even now. Did you just get goosies?
Yeah.
I could see my godfather standing there. Oh, I'm going to cry. Oh my God.
Ooh.
And I was like, who? And instantly I could see him in my mind. And he just smiled and waved. He didn't say a single thing. Oh my God, I'm going to cry. And mind you, I have a microphone strapped to my ear. I started sobbing. I ran off stage, like literally flew, 6-inch heels and all. And there, between the venue There was the venue, these like little
Thank God there was a wall.
folding wall, but I was in this cubby that I started crying, that it started echoing even louder. And I ripped the headphone off of me. I took off running into the classroom. Security ran after me and said, "Stop, do not run past this room." And I just collapsed in the corner because like certain areas and stuff, when you work with venues, like the talent's not allowed to go in X, Y, and Z. You have to be around back, blah, blah, blah. Every venue is different. And he was doing his job. And he's like, "Do not leave this room." And I just dropped to the floor, sobbing. Corey did not come because she knew she would probably pick me up and send me home when we cancel the show. But
and I'm crippled.
yeah. And thank God for my friend Stephanie. She came, she held me, and she goes, I know. And she just held me. Mm-hmm. And this was the first time working with a security guard too. And she goes, I know. And she said these words to me, you guys, that stay with me. They truly stay with me in everything that I do. She goes, I know it was your godfather. She just instantly knew. And she goes, she was rubbing my shoulder. She goes, honey, because at venues, you're also contracted to finish the show. You're some of them in the contracts, you have to do an intermission and be off stage for 20 minutes, blah, 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 whatever the case may be. But this one, obviously, you can't just cancel a show and be like, all right, bye. So she looked at me and she said these words: go out there and give them everything that you need right now. Go out there and you connect with people and you give them what your soul needs right now. And that was the best words ever. And I'm always so grateful for that. And that sticks with me with every show. I mean, this last show, nobody knew that my puppy was literally in urgent care. You know, she was, thumbs up, my God. She was in urgent care and she was sick. And I was like, oh, I was scared. I was shaking. And, you know, those words always stick with me. Go out there and give them what you need. And then my partner was, you know, he was dealing with it and stuff. And it was, you know, it is what it is. And she's fine. She's better, thank God. But I say that to say it is important to speak it, because I didn't speak it. I didn't talk about it. I didn't take the time to deal with my grief and to process it. Like I was told, well, I'm not going to call him or I'm not going to tell him about the funeral. This was the exact words. I'm not going to tell him about the funeral because we don't talk like we used to. Why would you ever hold that back from somebody? So I was mad. I was sad. I was depressed. I was all of it. So again, if you don't speak it, you don't heal it. Right? So you have to speak it. Even if it's upsetting, even if you're mad about it. So, oh my God, I just started choking. It truly is important to speak up and to go through this, the denial, the anger, the depression, the acceptance. You have to do all of that and feel all of that, whatever it is that comes up for you, for your job, for your work. It is okay to cry. Cry in the shower like a winner. That's okay. Yeah. Cry in the shower. This one has seen me cry more times than my partner. Like, literally. Over a lot of dumb shit. But
that's, you know, your body's way of cleansing.
And you have to. I teach this to my mediumship students. You leave tissues in front of whoever you're reading. But when your client starts crying, you never hand them tissues. If you guys have ever had a private reading with me, you know that I will never, I'll let you know, like, we have tissues right here if you need them, blah, blah. I preference it. But I never pick up the tissue box and hand it to my clients, because that's a symbol of, all right, dry your tears, stop crying. I keep it in eyesight view, so that way when they feel ready to stop crying, they'll reach for it. And I teach that to my students because I never want to stop anybody from feeling the feels and cleansing.
Right, get it out.
So the laughing, yes, my family is very much a dark humor family. That's how we cope. Yeah, laughing is great.
And telling those stories, you know, when you get over that, tell the good stories, tell the fun stories, tell the stupid stories. Those are the best.
Yeah, tell them all.
Yeah, just tell them all.
All right, so that's our little TED Talk about grief. You guys ready to pull some cards? Have some little mini messages? Make sure you tag people, do the little @ sign again, share your thoughts, comments, concerns, all of it. We want to hear from you. But make sure you do the @ if you want us to pull cards for you. But we really wanted to come on and shine the light on grief and on heat.
Have more of a chat session
and to heal
and see how where you guys are coming from. And speaking of coming from, let's talk about events a little bit.
Oh my gosh, now that I'm not sick and dying anymore. I have the Postpone Hello from Heaven happening next Friday right here in my office in Portland, Oregon. So make sure that you go check out the tickets because we had to change the dates. Some people got refunds because they weren't able to make it, which is totally understandable. So we actually now have tickets available. So if you want to attend, it's June 6th at 7 o'clock. So next Friday, not this Friday, but next Friday, in Portland, Oregon. So make sure you grab your tickets. All of the tickets, let me see if I can grab the links. All of the events and stuff are on my brand new website. Brand new. Here's the event page for all of you if you want to go and check it out and grab your tickets. Make sure you guys are doing the @ if you want us to.
And just to let you know, like before, come a little early. There's a great Thai restaurant down.
So good.
It's really good.
We eat there all the time.
And then I haven't had the pizza place. Have you had pizza yet?
The Pizza Schmitza, whatever it's called. I've heard it's so good.
Okay. And then there's a burger and shake place.
Shake Shack.
Shake Shack. So there's 3 really good places right there. So make an evening of it. And if you do, bring us something.
I don't eat till after.
I wear a size French fry.
And then we have Beginners Mediumship Mastery starting in August. So if you want to, it's like every Wednesday night for the next like 5 weeks or something. And then you come in person into the Academy in Portland. So it starts
June 18th.
June
18th.
June
through
18th.
August 16th.
We get done in August.
And then you go in person August 1st through the 3rd. So that's a Friday to Sunday. And then on Sunday, you get a certificate of completion.
So it's June 18th through July 16th. Then you come in person in August. That's right. So June through July, and then you come in person in August. And you get certificate of completion.
And maybe snacks.
Yeah. Well, it is graduation day. We always like to do a little party. A little
something.
All right. Make sure you guys do the @ Melinda, my love bug. You are first. I hope you're doing well. All right. You ready, Melinda? Make sure you guys are tagging people. Do the @, put someone's name. Are you pulling cards today?
I don't know. I haven't picked any cards out.
You have purple, like your vibe.
My vibe is orange.
No, you're wearing orange. Your soul's color is purple, and we both know it.
It's orange in support of Mrs. Grizzly.
Jesus. The jumpsuit.
Yes.
Here, real talk though. Do you think I would look hot in a jumpsuit? I don't feel like not a lot. Let's be real. Not a lot of people can pull up. Corey pulls up orange. Even her sister was just on the phone and she's like, orange is your color. Everything is this girl's color.
I love color.
Oh, you love my crystal in the back. Thank you. I love it. It's my big amethyst. I love it.
Are you asking me for a jumpsuit or a jail jumpsuit?
What's the difference? Oh, no, not a jumpsuit, a jail. Do you think I would look good in a jail jumpsuit now that I'm going to jail?
Is there something you want to talk about?
Yes, they've now found all my crimes. No. Honestly, like I don't think I can pull off orange. And I wore an orange shirt yesterday and I was like, maybe I can. I literally was actually thinking about this yesterday. What do you guys think while you're tagging people?
Yeah, do you think Daniel look good in the prison jumpsuit?
Thank you for talking about your grief, but real question of the night.
Yeah, grief schmeef. How about an orange jumpsuit?
You would look good in it.
No.
Yes.
Girls with fupas don't look good in orange jumpsuits. I don't care what color, even black. No. Can I tell you about my
Yeah, I'm still processing you just said fupa.
Well,
we're done. All right, Melinda, your card, my love. Tattoo hand or no tattoo hand? I should have gave you the orange ones. They match your outfit.
Matchy.
All right, tattoo hand, Melinda, or no tattoo hand? We're gonna get canceled.
I stay out of prison for that jumpsuit. Now
That's why.
Yes.
Oh my gosh. No, don't put that energy out there. Yes, see, I'm ready. Yay. Tattoo hand or no tattoo hand?
No.
Jody said no.
No tattoo.
I don't think so either.
Oh, no on the jumpsuit. I thought it was
No,
no tattoo
no.
hand.
Melinda's over here. They put a thumbs down. No jumpsuit for Daniel.
No jumpity jump.
Yeah, I don't think orange is my color. Literally, I wore an orange shirt yesterday. I'm like, who am I? My dad? Going to construction? My God. All right, no tattoo hand. Ooh, purification, Melinda. So spirit is letting you know, cleanse. So keep cleansing, keep letting go of negativity, keep getting rid of things that no longer serve you. So spirit's telling you, I feel like you've been doing it slowly, but spirit's really telling you to focus on that and make sure that you are purifying, you're cleansing, you're getting rid of the things that you no longer need in your life. All right, my love, I hope that helps. All right, let's see over here. My gosh, we have a list.
We like lists.
Jody, even though you don't think I look good in a jumpsuit, I'm just joking. It's just a lot of orange. You know what is really not my color? Yellow.
Oh, it's not my color either. Did I ever tell you
have
about
a yellow dress though? It's yellow and white.
Yeah,
kind of
it's sunflower yellows I can wear, but like yellow,
Ooh.
I can put it up against me and all of a sudden I look sick.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, I would go when Abby was depressed and she's going through her divorce. I would go through the store and I'd put a yellow shirt up against me. I go, look, Abby, sick. And she'd go,
I love that you put that out there. All right, Jody, my love, tattoo hand or no tattoo hand? And then Nikki, hello, Nikki Wallace, how are you? Are you still here? Because then Mama Corey will pull a card for you. Jody, my love, tattoo hand or no tattoo hand? Look at all the nose. You guys are haters. I'm just joking. Not that I'm like, oh no, I gotta return that jumpsuit. LOL, tattoo hand. Yay.
well, orange is the new black.
Jody, you got the same card. Literally, purification. So this is just a PSA for everyone. Public service. Yeah, I said it right. I was like, did I? Everyone needs to cleanse. So purification, energy field is being cleansed of all that. This is your little mantra, by the way. My energy field is being cleansed of all that I do not need. So Jody, you're also going through a purification. You're going through a cleanse. Cleanse your aura, rebalance, reground yourself. I also just heard, stop giving away your energy for free. Stop giving away your energy for free. I love that literally. You guys saw me shuffle. Wow. All right. Nikki said, I'm here. So you're on Instagram now.
Oh, okay.
There's like two monitors happening.
Yeah, and I'm blind on both of them. No, actually, I can read that one.
So Nikki said, here.
Okay, ring hand or non-ring hand?
Look at you. You're like a baby Daniel.
I know. I only have one ring on today. This is so
Oh, wow. You're welcome, Melinda.
Nikki, ring hand or no ring hand?
Instagram is like delayed.
Oh, so am I. Oh, good. Okay.
Ring hand, please.
Perfect timing. So whatever you're doing, I think that you've had like a big decision and you're like, oh, should I, shouldn't I? Whatever you decided correctly. Because what is it? I can't read this.
Those are just daily mantras.
Those are just daily mantras. But
so perfect timing.
Perfect timing. So whatever's been weighing on your mind and you've decided, should I not? Should I? And whatever you decided correctly.
My microphone's been dressing me. Sorry.
Can't wait to get in that
jumpsuit.
That jumpsuit.
Oh my gosh. But perfect timing. Things happen when they need to happen. And I just heard Spirit also pop in and say, one step at a time, not everything has to be done all at once. So perfect timing. All right. Sue Harrison, are you still here, my love? Love that. Thank you. You're welcome. Sue Harrison, are you still here, my love? You guys are seeing me shuffle.
I see you shuffling.
We're also coming out with an album.
Yeah. That's our first one.
We're going to Dolly Parton it, though. Just Sue Harrison, are you here, my love?
That sounds like my dog scratching.
Oh, my gosh.
Let's call her.
Here, yay. All right, Sue, tattoo hand or no tattoo hand, my love? Tattoo hand? No tattoo hand. Do, 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 do. That's also a part of our album. You're welcome.
Yes.
Is my name
That's
showing?
the musical.
Yes, my love, but we have a list of people. So we're just working our way down to the list. So just make sure you keep doing that little @ sign tagging people. All right, Sue, tattoo hand or no tattoo hand, my love? No tattoo hand. Purification. I'm just joking. Can you imagine?
I was like, shit, really?
Transformation. Oh my gosh, Sue. The prayer, the intent for this is I am joyously centered and safe as wonderful changes occur around me. So you have a lot of changes. You have a lot of leveling up. You have a lot of blossoming. So make sure that you embrace transformation. I just heard from Spirit. Thank you, my love. Things are happening for you, not to you. So allow yourself to spread your wings. Allow yourself to welcome in this newness. How exciting. All right, Sue, I hope that helps you, my love. All right. Even Facebook and Instagram and all of the softwares love it. All right, make sure you do the little @ sign tag people. So we just did Sue. Jesse, Jesse, did you tag yourself? You have to tag somebody else, my love. Make sure you tag somebody else. Julie John, my love. So make sure you guys are tagging other people. Do a little @ sign, tag their name. All right, Julie John, are you still here, my love? Are you still here? Oh, you're doing this one.
Oh, okay. When you say yes, say ring hand or no ring hand.
You're welcome, Sue. I love it when you guys say thank you. So polite. So polite. Ooh. Cards fell. My little microphone is trying to literally unbutton me. Remember that Pussycat Doll song? Listen up, my buttons, baby. No? That's also on the album? No.
I only remember.
Same people. Same people.
That's the only song I know.
I'm very proud that you at least know the Pussycat Dolls. You guys, she said some rapper's name one day, and I was like, you know?
Yes.
You know of these people? Whoops, ring please.
Oh.
Julie said, ring please.
I got so into my rap song.
You have to do the 2 cards that fell for her.
Okay, Julie. So the first one that fell out was innocence. These are kind of conflicting here.
No.
Innocence and new partner.
Mm-hmm. Hold on. Julie, are you in a relationship, my love? Because I feel like I know where this is going. I don't feel like it's romantic relationship, but I do feel like some relationship stuff is popping up. But Julie, are you in a relationship? Jody, thank you guys. No on the orange jumpsuit. I think it's because you guys know I would slay in it. You just don't want to see me behind bars, and I'm going to accept it. Can you imagine?
Remember that denial?
First stage denial. Yes, but he has dementia. Okay. So innocence. Do you want me to?
Yeah, because
it's fragile. So innocence, because what's funny is I heard like it's not so much about like new relationship, but having relationships in general is literally the thing that like popped up right when I saw the card, and Spirit was like, you have to be able to spend time with, family members, friends, things like that. But also innocence, like you haven't done anything wrong. You haven't done, Julie, where are you located, my love? Are you located here in Portland area? Are you located far? Because there's an innocence, and that Spirit wants you to be more gentle with yourself, more kind with yourself. This is a deep reading, my gosh. Because I just heard Spirit say, like, you have to be more gentle, you have to be more kind. The Fast Car song by Tate McRae. I love that song.
That was Tracy Chapman in my day.
Oh, I love that song too. Australia. Melbourne, Australia. Okay, Julie, I'm going to get you, do me a favor, my love. How do I want to do this? Go on my website. Underneath the contact form, there's a contact page. Write this in there. This is only for Julie, and I'm going to make sure we double cross all of this, double check all of it. Send an email, say, I'm Julie. I was on Daniel's Facebook Live. He told me to contact because I'm going to gift you a session, my love. It's going to be through Zoom. We'll coordinate, you're in a different time zone, things like that. I'm going to let my assistant Ray know to send you over some dates for a private reading because I don't want to do this publicly, but there is and no, this isn't, you're not going to get a message going, here's my Venmo, here's my Cash App, here's my Zelle, blah, blah, blah. We're literally, you fill out the contact form on my website at mediumgingermonroe.com, send us a message, and we'll send you over my booking link to select dates and stuff. You don't have to even put a card on file, I promise. All right? I pinky promise. Because I don't want to handle this on a Facebook Live or YouTube Live and it be streaming everywhere and archived forever. But I do want to actually dive in deep with this. But Spirit for now is saying nothing scary is happening, by the way. So don't be like, oh my gosh, Daniel saw something dark. Blah, blah. No. That's not what's happening. Spirit is just letting you know, be more innocent with yourself. Don't feel bad about having other thoughts and stuff. And I want to gift you a session from my heart. All right. So make sure that you do go onto the contact form. You write it out and say, hi, I'm Julie John. Let us know where you're from. So that way we can look at like time zone differences and we'll send you that over. Okay. Okay. Thank you, Daniel Monroe, psychic medium. Crying. Oh, don't cry, love.
They really wanted you.
Yeah. These cards literally flew out of Corey's hand.
Yeah. Near Daniel.
Literally. So I'm gonna gift you that, my love. Okay. So make sure you fill it out. I'm going to shoot Ray a text when we get off here just saying, hey, keep a lookout. All right, love? All right. But for now, be innocent. Be gentle with yourself. Be gentle with yourself. That's so beautiful of you to do that for her. You guys, don't tell people I'm nice, okay? I have a reputation.
He's trying to work out of that orange jumpsuit.
Ew.
Not workout.
Not like workout. Oh, I need to work out. I have so much travel, so much pool time happening. All right, you guys. We'll do one more. You're welcome, Julie. You're welcome, my love. All right. Do we have anybody else here tagged? I don't see any. Okay. Well, that's it. Did we?
Not Tiffany.
Oh, Tiffany. Tiffany, are you still here? Sorry, my love. This is why Daniel has to wear his glasses when he sits this far away.
Well, it's far away. I can see it. We're such a perfect couple.
You're like mother. You can see far? You can't see up close?
Yeah, this is the blind leading the blind, literally.
I have astigmatism.
Well, so
don't you? Yeah, I was going to say, oh, great.
I can see like this. I can read that. I can't read this.
Oh, I can. That. I'm like squinting.
But then far away, far.
Tiffany's here.
So.
All right, Corey's going to pull this one.
Go ahead.
Never mind. Daniel's going to do this one.
No.
Tiffany. Do you want tattoo hand, my love, or no tattoo hand? Also, we have to wrap this up because I really have to go to the bathroom. I've drank so much caffeine sitting here. Whee! You want to hear something so funny? We're not going to say names. But I was typing up this thing today.
Bill.
It's I was typing up this thing for the beginner's mediumship mastery because I give them like a little workbook and blah, blah, blah. And what's so funny is this popped in from Spirit. Mediumship isn't about chasing the goosebumps. I was like, damn. Oh, loud and clear. Mediumship is not about chasing the goosebumps.
The goosebumps happen?
Yeah.
You don't chase
They
them.
just happen. That the energy and essence is there.
That's deep.
This is how the gays do it.
This is how the cripples do it.
Shut up, you guys, while we're waiting. Oh, she said tattoo hand. Sorry. There's a new show on Hulu called I Kissed the Boy, and it's kind of like The Bachelor, but like a game show. Like people get voted off, but like you have to be in a couple, but it's all gays. Outfits, giving. Drama, giving.
Oh, yeah.
The men could be better, but also giving. I have a really weird type. Like people are super fit on this, and I'm just like, no, not doing it for me. It's not the vibe. Also, I really like manly men. A lot of them are like me.
Yeah.
So I'm just like, I'm going to go tea with them.
Yeah.
I feel like if you can't go, I would never get you back.
I would have so much fun. You should see me at a drag brunch.
She tries.
Coming soon.
Look away. She tries to adopt and bring every gay home. And I'm just like, Corey, we don't have the schedule or the capacity to go to all these like gay events.
I'll come back. I'll go, I've just been invited to 3 parties.
Literally, I'm like,
He's
Corey.
like, they do drugs.
I was like, get in the car.
I know how to say no.
I love them. Look at their outfit. That, or we talked about this today, tamales. She can get kidnapped by the gays or tamales.
If there's a gay tamale person, I'm getting in your van.
That is so We're going shopping and eating. Is that why you're with me? Because I'm Mexican and gay? The spot's already been filled. I don't know how to make tamales, though.
Well, I'm sure you have a family member.
Yeah, we go.
I know your aunt can. I like her.
Just the jobs today.
I like Otilia.
All right, Tiffany, let me do my job. 2 cards for you, my love. Flow. So allowing things to flow, lessen up the control. I know I'm a control freak, honey. I get it. But Spirit is saying let go and allow things to flow and only control your own emotions, your own reactions to things. And then the other card for you says strength. So keep being strong. Keep having the hope and the faith. I just heard faith is very strong right now. So I don't know what you have going on, but Spirit just said remind her to keep the faith. What's funny is this is I have a deep inner strength and glorious vitality. So keep being strong. Keep, what is it called? Persevering. Am I saying that right?
Persevering.
What?
Persevering.
Whatever. Keep moving forward. Keep
Stay strong, sister.
Alrighty, my loves. So we hope this helped all of you. I love you guys literally to the moon and back, or as the great, what was his name?
Oz?
No, that one too. He dressed like him. The Mercado? What was his first name?
Mister?
No. Not Anthony. No, some of them will know. Listen, if you want a tamale, you better learn his name. I'm going to tell my Aunt Otilia. It's not Anthony.
Is it Anthony?
No, let me Google it. Do you guys know he was like the astrologer like from telenovela Mercado.
So before we
Walter.
Walter!
I'm like, Anthony!
No, not Walter.
Walter Mercado.
Who named him? His Irish grandma? Walter.
Look. Walter Mercado. It's right here.
I see it, but I don't believe it. I'm in denial.
What's his name? You can't look at the camera and say, I'm in denial. Walter Mercado. Yeah.
Is it like Waltero?
No, there's no O. Anyways, do you guys know who Walter Mercado is? Anyways, go look him up. He's amazing. He passed away. There's a Netflix special about him, about how he was in. What's so funny, you guys are going to watch him and be like, did Daniel copy this? I didn't know he existed until like halfway through my career. And I was like, it's literally almost like I took his blueprint. So our souls are very similar. He wears the makeup, except for I don't own capes. He had cape. Well, actually, I have some jackets that flow. There's some pictures on stage.
Soon coming soon with a jumpsuit.
Literally. Matching. We're going to get off of this. We're going to go, how long have you thought about the jumpsuit? For days. Anyways, But I end all my lives, not like live.
Not like lives, but
All
lives.
my Facebook lives and Instagram lives and social medias with always remember to love yourself and to be yourself. And he would end. Tiffany, yes. So Tiffany knows. Or no, Tiffany doesn't. It was still highlighted. My bad.
Nobody knows.
Nobody knows Walter. His name is Walter. Walter Mercado. Go look him up. Anyways, he would end all of his TV shows and stuff going mucho, mucho amor, which is like lots of love. And I always end all of my social media stuff with remember to love yourself, be yourself. So funny. Wild. So we sign off with I'm going to go try on jumpsuits. But remember, you're welcome, Tiffany, my love, to love yourself and to be yourself, and go check out my events page. And again, we have some pretty fun stuff coming up, and subscribe to the email blast. You get a free guided meditation on there. It's just the sky is now the limit. People were trying to limit it, but it's now the limit.
Well, hopefully we'll see you guys at Hello from Heaven
Next Friday
on the 6th.
I wonder if I'll wear one of my capes then. I have like 4.
Stay tuned. He might wear the jumpsuit. You won't know unless you're there.
You'll know. All right, you guys, we love you. Remember to live your life to the fullest and to feel.
Mucho, mucho amor.
Yeah. Oh, now you want to use Walter Mercado? Get out of here.
My friend Walt.
Was that Walterio?
Yeah, Waltero.
Bye, you guys. Have an amazing week.